What's going on, guys? It's the Easy Show, worldwide show on YouTube and all over the place and WTV networks, and we're with Mariano, the UFC champion there, right there. We got Abdu Brown, Jay Brown's brother, Rock Nation, and we got a beautiful model for H2O. There you go. Can I just keep my camera here all night? No, I'm just kidding. And then James Womack, Bobby Womack's cousin. And man, what's that square box you're holding there?
It's actually a game for PlayStation 3. It's called Supremacy MMA.
Oh, I've heard of that. Dude,
it's actually a really fun game. I mean, I'm a big fighting fan. I watch MMA and boxing, and I love it. So it's definitely something I could probably not put down.
Well, I would ask you, Mariano, PlayStation 3 or Wii, but obviously we got to go with PlayStation 3. And so, how does it feel to have your own game, man? Like when you get frustrated with your girlfriend, do you go play the game?
You know what? I love the game because it's so realistic. It has a lot of moves. When you see the broken bones, you actually see moves that you don't see in regular MMA games. It's awesome because it has two women fighters in there, and they're trying to. I know Gina Canaro personally, Cyborg. They're pioneers of the sport. It's a great game. It's a little violent for the kids. I'm not gonna lie, but as you say, look at that other game that just broke records recently, the military game.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Call of Duty made like $275 million in 5 days. That's the power of video games. Wow. I mean, I don't know how much this one is, but right now I think it's up to 1 million sales. It's been out for about a couple of months. It might not do as good as Call of Duty, but I'm also in Saints Row, which is another game that's probably going to kick ass, and it's Saints Row 3, and I play Oleg. I'm the guy that's getting crushed, and I'm the big Superman. It made me like 500 pounds. I'm like the big thug. That's how I'm always typecasted.
Give me a line from your character real quick. Give me a line. Good line, all right.
Big dog. Mess with the big dog, you get the big dogs.
You get the bull.
Get the bull, there you go. You mess with the big dog, you get the bull.
So what do you think of the last fight, the last UFC fight?
Well, you know what, I was there. I was there on UFC, on Fox. As you know, they made history. The first UFC ever to be on national television with over 8 million views. That's a big number, and I'm glad for Dana White. I actually doubled Cain Velasquez for one of the videos that he just did, and I was a little disappointed, but I knew he had a shoulder injury, he had an operation on his rotator cuff, and he had a knee problem, and as I know from being a former fighter myself, it really affects the way you fight. He's been 1.5 years off since he fought. You have to fight consistently, and he should have done like a little easy small fight before he got into the big fight with Dos Santos. Dos Santos is an awesome fighter. He's actually trained with the former Golden Glove boxing. He's actually at the pro level of a pro Golden Glove boxer. And anybody that knows boxing, they know what Golden Glove means.
Oh yeah, that's a great accomplishment.
It's the next level to becoming an Olympic champion.
What about? I mean, we're here for the Lakers and supporting the kids. Can you dunk? Can you?
Can I dunk?
There you go.
I can do my kick.
Ooh,
I can do my double kicks in the air, but I would need this much room.
So how much can you bench press, man? Your arms are bigger than my head.
You know what? I actually shrunk down when I was in my bodybuilding days, and I was all juiced up. Everybody knows what that means.
Hey, you're being real, man.
So anyways, I don't bullshit around. Anyways, I was benching 500 pounds, but of course, even with that, you still got to pay your dues. You can't just sit on your ass and just come overnight and just become strong. I did 500 pounds on the bench. I actually won the world's strongest man. Muscle Beach Venice strongman. But my bench right now is probably like 350 right now.
350? How many times?
2 reps, and only because I'm focusing on the training part. Cardio-wise, I'll blow away anybody my size. I can go for about 4 or 5 rounds, and I'm 45 years old. I don't know if I look it, but I try to stay in shape and stay healthy. I look at people like Sylvester Stallone, who's 60, and I look at other people like Wesley Snipes. That guy's in great shape, you know.
Vin Diesel.
Vin Diesel, there you go. I just worked with Vin Diesel.
Can you do the splits like Jean-Claude Van Damme?
You know what? I just had major knee surgery about 9 months ago. Actually, I'll show it to you. No, there it is right there. There's a scar.
Damn.
That's a scar of a fighter right there.
That is, wow.
And he replaced me?
No. There's the
so let's go to the subject of music. Are you a Lady Gaga fan?
Not necessarily.
No?
I mean, you know, I know everybody's into Lady Gaga. I'll be honest, I like techno and trance.
Well, the reason I asked that is because the gentleman that works with Lady Gaga, Vincent Herbert,
hip-hop, of course.
The gentleman that works with Lady Gaga, Vincent Herbert, is actually that gentleman's mentor. And you're in the presence of legend when it comes to music. So what type of music do you listen to? What do you roll with?
You know what? I grew up listening to hip-hop. I listen to all kinds of stuff, even a little bit of country. Techno, because I work out with that, you know, it has different beats. I've actually worked with a lot of the hip-hop artists. I just worked with Corrupt, Axel Dome just signed. I worked with Ice Cube. I did that movie Yankee Promoters with them. I'm the one punching them.
Oh, okay.
I did a movie with LL Cool J, NCIS LA. They had the MMA scene. I was one of the fighters on that. I love that kind of music. And not only growing up in the neighborhood, you listen to that and you respect the storyline behind it. And it's kind of like my story, you know, growing up in the hood, being in foster homes, and you know what, overcoming the bad stuff. And you know what, it's through God's grace and through good people that, you know, that I'm here. You know, it's not...
Okay, I got to jump with the camera with this man now. He just mentioned God. So I heard,
Amen.
Amen right there.
God,
he just mentioned what it's all about.
That's what it is, brother, you know, because we're all here. We're not here to impress ourselves, to show off. It's all about other people, not just me. I'm just a small picture. Exactly. You got to be humble.
And what do you think? What do you think about that water that you're holding, the sponsor tonight?
You know what? This water, I drank it. First time I drank it, I was in the Fiji. I think it's overrated. It's overpriced. This stuff actually tastes good, and you know what? As long as it hydrates you, because the main thing with water, sometimes you got to drink that cheap water, and 3 or 4 bottles is equivalent to one of these bottles of H2O.
Wow.
And you know, I know that the alkaline level is really important, and also the quality. And you don't want a lot of chemicals. And it isn't. I mean, I don't see the ingredients. I don't see too many chemicals in there, and that's really important. I was a bodybuilder, so I know that H2O is 80% of your body in general. So you want to drink water consistently. I mean, 6 to 8 cups is nothing. You should be drinking 10 of these a day.
10 of those a day.
At least 10 a day, you know what I mean? If you're drinking 6, and especially if you're drinking, then you better have like 12.
So if you were to fight, say, Vin Diesel, who would win?
You know what?
Because you guys are about the equal size.
It's funny that you mentioned that. I actually doubled Vin Diesel. I worked with him on Fast and Furious. I'm the one loading up his car. If you see the scene on number 4, that's me.
Okay.
He's a good friend of mine. He's
what was it like working with those ladies on that movie, man? I'm jealous now. Can I go hang out with you next time?
You know what? I being in the business for 7 years, you've been around beautiful ladies, you know, but you learn to just respect them and be humble that this is part of the business. And you know, that's the thing. I mean, you look around, and I have a fiance that, you know, she keeps me in check, and
the truth comes out.
You know, I gotta be like that giant teddy bear, like a Shrek, you know, or else I get my ass kicked.
You know what? We're gonna paint you green on our next interview. All right, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And you did it the easy way. How do you feel? Was it fun?
It was great, man. It was great. You guys made it fun. And you know what? It's entertaining being around the right people who appreciate it. Because like I said, it's not about me. It's a little bit about my experience, what I can give back, especially to the kids, especially to the other people out there. And you know what? When I do make it big, God willing, if I don't, I don't. But you know what? I have the positive. All things are possible with Christ. All things.
Best thing you can say right there. And by the way, you already did just make it big. You're on my show.
Thank you, brother.
Thanks a lot, man. Have a good night.
Thank you, man.